Hello and welcome back to Nights in the NICU. Today, it's currently 12:30 a.m. I've been here since, what time did I get here? I've been here since 10 a.m. So a while. I'm probably gonna go home soon, but I was just sitting here staring at my boys and just started crying because I love them so much. I love them so much. I love them so much. But today, it's past midnight, so today the boys are officially 36 weeks gestation, and they have been here for 17 days, which means they've been in the NICU for 17 days, which has been really, really hard, and it's not getting any easier at all. They're still both just working on their feeding. Daniel is taking his time. When he had the NG tube in, he was vomiting a lot. And so the only time he had milk in his mouth is when he would vomit it. And so it's kind of like he just kind of resisted milk, because when it was in his mouth, it was making him gag because it reminded him of like constantly vomiting. And so for him, he is taking his time with taking the bottle, and it's just, on his own pace, and he's improving every day, taking more and more every day. And so he's gonna get there. Jameson is doing a little bit better. He is taking the whole bottle, and he wants the bottle all the time. And like, one thing that's really hard about the NICU and not having them with me all the time is consistency, right? They have different nurses almost every day, or in the middle of the shift, a different nurse will come in, and it's just been like a lot of inconsistency. And so they don't know my boys, right? They don't know how Jameson eats because he eats a certain way. They don't know how Daniel is, and the fact that, like, if you change his diaper before he eats, he's gonna tire himself out simply crying and having a holy cow fit because he hates having his diaper changed. And so, like, they don't know the little quirks of my boys. And so it makes it hard when, especially Jameson, like, he's been killing it with eating, but like, if he has a nurse who doesn't know him and his quirks, then like, she'll think after 10 minutes him looking sleepy is him being done eating, and will stop his feed. And they're on these phases where they have to take a certain amount of the bottle each shift in order to move on. But if they don't pass one, they have to start all the way from the beginning, and they have to do 4 shifts in a row. It may be confusing, but he's just on like a very strict feeding regimen. And so during the day he would pass, and then at nighttime he was failing, and I couldn't understand why. And I recently figured it out, that it was a nurse who she wasn't really trying. I don't know if she was being like, she had other things to do, if she was tired or what, but she wasn't giving him the full, like, she wasn't really giving him the opportunity to succeed. And so for me as a mom, finding that out and like talking to her, like, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, because I know my son, and I know he can do my son. Okay, I'm sorry. I know my son, and I know he can do it. And so it's so stressful just being here. And now it's to the point, like I said, I've been here since freaking since 10 a.m. I'm to the point I don't want to leave. Like, I feel like if I leave and I'm not here to like do the feeding for them, then they're not gonna be given the chance to succeed. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And so I'm finding myself like losing sleep, losing my mind, like unable to relax because my boys deserve consistency. And if they were home, they would be getting consistency. And so it's so hard. It's just so hard. Like, Jameson should be going home this week, but because the lack of consistency in his care, he's not. We're like at a standstill. Daniel is on his own path, okay? Daniel is gonna come home when he's good and ready. You can't push that boy, you can't, no. Daniel is a very, like, oh, I love my boys. It's so crazy how the personalities are so different. Daniel hates diaper changes. Do not touch him. If you touch him, he is going to have a holy cow fit, okay? Don't do it. He's gonna go crazy. Jameson, he doesn't care if you change his diaper. He doesn't care if you take his like, he is so chill. The only time Jameson cries is when he's hungry. When he is hungry or when his pacifier falls out his mouth is the only time that he cries. Daniel, on the other hand, is now, well, Daniel doesn't like being wet. So if Daniel's wet, he will cry. If he's being changed, he will cry. Also, if his pacifier falls out, he will cry. And if he wants to be held, he will cry. Like, and that's new. He's now to this point where he's like, I sense my mom is in this room. I know you're here. Pick me up. And so I've had to like pick him up and soothe him a lot more, which I ain't complaining about. Like, I love it. I love him. I love them. And it's like, my purpose in life has completely shifted since we did. Why am I so emotional? I feel like my purpose has just shifted since becoming a mother, and I love it so much, and I love them so much, and I want them home, but I also don't want them home until they're ready to come home, and that is hard, because I want them so bad. I want them so bad. I just want to cuddle. Like, I haven't even had the chance to like fully examine like their little bodies and like look and see if they have a birthmark. Like, I haven't had the chance to do that. I just want them with me.